Hi again, folks. Welcome again to Inside the Numbers. I'm doing another, I don't think I've ever done this on the channel, 2 Inside the Numbers in one night. I doubt I've done this. I have to tonight because I'm using the board again. So we're going to do another video. This time, guys, my prediction for the Atlantic Division, for those of you new to the channel, and my regulars will testify to this, I've called it right every year. There you go. I called it right every year. I tend on getting it right here this time too. Now, my prediction for other teams, of course, I got wrong. But where I've picked the Sabres to finish, in my video history, I've nailed it. So let's see if I can nail it again this year. I'm going to give you my reasons as we go along. So let's see, guys, and tell me what you think. I'm pretty sure you're going to look at me and say, Wayne, you're out of your mind. What else is new? All right, coming in at number 8. I'm going to guess most of you are going with this pick. But I would not be surprised if they turned it around all of a sudden, out of the blue. The Montreal Canadiens I got going in at number 8. But one thing I've learned about the Montreal Canadiens in their history is when I've doubted them, this happens. So we'll see this year. But right now, they're the logical choice for number 8 because they're, let's face it, they're in early stages of their rebuild. Carey Price won't be playing again, I don't think, ever again. And they just don't have a lot of weapons right now. They just don't, not yet. You know, so I got the Habs coming in at number 8, but anything can happen with that team. And coming in at number 7, I think is another logical pick. I got Detroit coming in at number 7 because I think Yzerman's going to get very aggressive with that rebuild. I think what will happen is, especially if Detroit start out slow, he's going to get aggressive and he's going to knock out some pieces and maybe even trade out some guys, whatever it takes to acquire draft picks and build up that team. Because that team, believe it or not, there's quite a few players that are a little older than we expect if you go look at the roster. So they got to get... I'm just not sold on the Red Wings yet. Not yet. You know, there's too many other teams that I think are on the rise. Number 6. All right, guys. Ottawa. This was a bit of a tough one, but I'm only going to pick Ottawa because that's where they should finish, maybe. This is a team that I wouldn't doubt if they'd find their way in here all of a sudden. It wouldn't surprise me with Ottawa. Really, it wouldn't surprise me. So we'll see this year, especially Norris is back, but their goaltending. You know, Korpisalo, I don't believe is the answer over there. You know, for them. I mean, if they're going to like really make a push, you know, I don't know. I got Ottawa there hesitantly. I will say hesitantly. More than Detroit, I believe Ottawa could jump up. Okay, number 5. Some of you might like this. This is where I picked the Sabres. Guys, the last 2 seasons. I got the Maple Leafs coming in 5th, folks. I believe that they're due to have a regress. I believe they're due to have a regress. They did not manage their cap wall for years now, and I believe now they had their chance, and now it's almost like when the Habs got to the finals, and then they went dead last overall the next year, right? This is kind of what I see happening with Toronto. Not dead last overall, but I see them regressing this year. The more I think about it, and a month ago I didn't feel this way, but as we approach the season, I just feel like Toronto's going to regress this year. I do. I got to check actually what happened with Samsonov because he was in. I'm guessing, right? He did go to arbitration. I'm guessing because he was filing today. Unless Toronto had a deal, I got to check the internet after. Good Lord, I should have checked that before doing this video. Okay, number 4. I got the wire mic on me today, guys. God, it's tricky, this mic. I got to be careful. Okay, coming in at number 4, guys, I got Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, guys, I've been saying since last year, their contracts are going to catch up to them. Their contracts have caught up to them. If you go look at their cap and some of the age of some of their core and so on and so on. And the truth is, Tampa Bay didn't look very good against Toronto in the playoffs. They didn't. They look like a tired old team. That's what I've seen. And it's a changing of the guard. What happens is teams have success, players get paid out. You try to have one more run if you can with these players, and I think that's what Tampa's going to try to do. They're going to try to have one more run if they can, which could happen this year. All they have to do is make the playoffs. But I see them also regressing in the regular season. All right, number 3. I got Florida coming in at number 3. I think Florida's another team that's going to be in cap trouble. They can score, no doubt about it. I think Bobrovsky was amazing in the play. I think Florida hit their peak this year, is what I'm saying. I don't know if they'll have another playoff run like that with this squad ever again. Really. That's the NHL, folks. That's the way it works. They could never have another run again with this squad and have good seasons, just never a deep run again. The NHL's cold like that, it is. I got Florida coming in at 3rd. I think that's about where most people would slot them this year. I don't think many people would think Florida is going to have that big powerhouse season again. I don't think they will. I think 3rd's about where they slot in for me. Because the truth is, folks, I believe that the Sabres are ahead of this team. I know they went to the finals. I know it was a miracle run. But the truth is, once they got there, they didn't put up much of a fight. I think the Sabres would have put up a 10 times better fight. But not to take away from their playoff. It was amazing. It was a fun run to watch. All right, guys. Coming in at number 2. Who's coming in at number 2, guys? Coming in at number 2, I got Boston. And yes, I got the Sabres taking first place this year, folks. And I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong. I don't think I'm wrong this time either. I think the Sabres are going to take first place. It's one of those videos I've been putting off forever, but I can't take it anymore. I wanted to let you guys have some fun with this. I think the Bruins this year, everybody's talking how the Bruins are going to crash and burn. No. There's too much of a winning culture in that dressing room. There's too much. And even if they're not as talented as the Sabres, because they won't be this year. They won't be. Even if they keep their main core, I don't care. I'm not intimidated by Ullmark. I'm not intimidated by these guys. I'm just not. I think the Sabres in a series could beat Boston. I do. I believe they could. I'm intimidated by their culture. That's what intimidates me about the Bruins. That's a winning culture over there. And that's why I think this year they're going to lose key pieces. I think Bergeron's probably going to go. Krejci's probably going to go. And Marchand's another year older. You know what I mean? I think Boston's going to feel it. I think they're going to have a good season. I think Boston will win the first round. I think they'll get revenge and play Florida and get Florida this time around. I can see that happening right away. But Boston, I don't think can outlast a young Sabres team for 82 games this upcoming season. I just don't buy it. I don't think this is unrealistic, guys. No. I think the Sabres can jump from here, bang, right to up there because of what they've done, how they built, how they've secured the cap, how they've been smart, how they've been patient. I believe this can happen. And I actually believe it's going to happen. Yeah. I was waiting to see what they would do because I want to see what they're, are they going to get another forward? Is that possible? It is. It is possible. Are they going to trade out Olofsson? Are they going to keep him another year? I don't know. You don't forget when a player's filed for arbitration. That's one thing teams don't forget that. They don't forget that. You know, that's kind of a thing. If you look at the last, 3 years, we haven't had any arbitration filing, I believe, the last 3 years. This is it for me, guys. Yeah, I think the Sabres take first. Done. That's it. I've been waiting to do this video many years on this channel. I believe I got it right this time. We'll see you at the end of the year. All right, guys, see you in the next one.